Morning, y'all. Welcome to the Jim Hitt Show. I'm your host, Jim Hitt. Going to Watertown this morning to fellowship with a pastor there. Been a while since I've seen him. It's 18 degrees outside, and all I have on is a coat is a little thin windbreaker. Whew, excuse me, man. So I've been up here too long when I'm warming up with a windbreaker on, and people always tell me, "Well, Jimmy, there's a lot more of you, so you're warm." I said, "No, brother. There's a lot more of me to be cold. All you skinny people out there, there's only a little bit of you to be cold. There's a lot of me to be cold." So there. But anywho's, some people have been asking me, what am I going to be doing after all this? What am I doing after surgery, after I've lost a little bit of weight? And so I've been getting some questions. Well, I'm going to answer that today. And so, what am I doing after? What's my goal when I can get back to work and all this stuff? Well, most of you know. If you don't, you're about to find out. I'm a comedian. I'm a Christian comedian, and I sing Southern gospel music. Those are two talents that God has given me. And I really find out when you're not using the talents that God has given you, sometimes things just don't go right. And I feel like when you're in God's will, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, things run a little bit more smoothly. That don't mean things ain't going to go wrong, because they are. But it just seems like some things just go a little bit more smoothly. I'll give you a perfect example of that from the Bible. When Jesus is walking on the water, Peter sees him and says, "Hey, Lord, tell me to come out there with you." He's like, "Oh." So he jumps out and starts walking to Jesus on the water, and then he takes his eyes off of Jesus and gets scared, and then he sinks. Well, I kind of feel like that's us. When we take our eyes off of Jesus, we start to sink in the things around us. When we start to drown in whatever junk we have going on in our lives. And so, as Christians, we should always turn your eyes on Jesus. That's one of my favorite songs, y'all. And, boys, 18 degrees out. Rabbit trail. But anywho's, so if I can tell some jokes and plant a seed, if I can tell a joke to somebody and plant a seed about Jesus, man, that's pretty cool. It's really cool too if I can sing and plant a seed. Whenever I do my stand-up, I always end it with a gospel message. Or if I sing, I always end it with a gospel message. Because you just got to. Well, one thing that Brittany and I are going to do is this next year we're going to go down for Christmas time again and go down to Florida. And we're going to leave a little earlier, take a lot longer getting down there, and if I can schedule them, because I've got to get on the phone here in about a month or so and start trying to schedule them. And we're going to stop at churches every evening and hopefully do some shows and start my career off again. And so it'd be wonderful if we could do that. But that's kind of the end goal. And in doing so, when we go down there, we're going to go down a route kind of like we did going down this past time. And then we went up and come back through like Biloxi and went up the Ozarks, which are beautiful. And so we kind of did a big circle. I think we're going to do that again, except we're going to take a lot longer. And I'm going to just spend some time just telling some jokes, singing some songs, and talking about Jesus. And when we get back, if it proves that we can make some kind of a living doing that, it's profitable. I ain't gonna starve to death. Then we're gonna take the plunge and we're going to buy some kind of an RV. Because at this point I'm gonna be a little bit skinnier. I can fit inside of an RV a little bit better. And we're going to tour the country. I mean, we're gonna live inside this tiny home more or less full time. And as a comedian looking at me, talking about me living in a tiny home, oh come on now, that's funny. Like, he lives in a tiny home? There's no way. Can he get in there? I mean, it'd be funny to me. But what's really funny is the t-shirts I sell. I told you about the other day. But so that's kind of our goal, is to see see how profitable that is, if it can be sustainable, and we'll be living in Walmart parking lots and church parking lots, boondocking a lot. And so we've been doing a lot of research on that, and I'm really learning stuff about that. And so that's kind of my job when I'm sitting at home, is researching a lot of stuff. That's kind of the job that Brittany's given me. Hey, research this today. Hey, I need to know about this or that. And that's kind of my job. I got a hair driving me nuts. But so anywho's, that's kind of it in a nutshell. And excited about doing that. You know, I'm getting ready to buy a new sound system as soon as I can come up with the money. And I sit at home a lot and I practice on my songs. I have been really working on good music. I mean, we're talking about some good Southern gospel music. You know, I can't play any of it on here because I might get kicked off of YouTube. But I've been doing some writing, and so if I do some writing, then I can sing some of that stuff on YouTube. But well, I guess I can get the leasing and do it on YouTube, but that takes a lot of money. And so go on and go around, man. I'm going too fast or going too slow for you. I'm going over the speed limit. I just admitted that on YouTube. I'm going over the speed limit. Come on now. But so anywho's, kind of like I said the other day in my other video, we're back. Oh, we are back in the Dakotas. It's snow on the ground, 18 degrees. But I mean, I like it up here a little bit. It's definitely different from Florida. I showed my mother-in-law a picture, and there was white beach sand all over the place in front of this house. She goes, "Oh my goodness, it did snow in Florida." I go, "Yeah, that's Florida snow, all right." White beach sand. I said, "That ain't snow, honey." And she goes, "Oh, oh me." I hope she don't see that, because She gonna get after me for telling on her. But hey, y'all, I love you. Jesus loves you. And no, if you are a Jesus follower, do your job and tell somebody about Jesus today. I really want to make it my goal to convince whoever I can that a man rose from the dead. That's my goal as a Christian. That's my job as a Christian. That is our jobs as Christians, to really convince people that a man rose from the dead. That's pretty cool, y'all. And for these people who say, well, it's just kind of weird just going up to somebody, talking to somebody. I mean, it's easier for me, I guess, because I'm definitely a people person. I think that's why it's so easy for me to get up on stage and sing and talk and tell jokes. Because I don't really tell a lot of jokes. I just tell things about my life that has happened to be funny, like smacking my granddaddy in the face with a catfish or a rainbow trout. It was not on purpose, y'all, but it was funny. But I don't even know where I was going with that, but man, my mind is going 1,000 different directions today, it feels like. But oh yeah. But anywho's, tell somebody about Jesus today, man. It's so awesome to know that I can sit here and have a conversation with somebody, tell them about Jesus, and create a relationship that way, man. But anywho's, like I said, I'm going to get off here now. I love you. Jesus loves you. And please like and subscribe like my videos, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't leave a negative comment. No, if you want to leave a negative one, do it. So I see what I'm doing wrong or what y'all don't like, so I can decide if I want to fix it or if I just say tough luck. But I love y'all. Bye.